Hello everyone and welcome to this very little playlist that's based on how to set up your Arch Linux for penetration testing. And well, this playlist is basically more focused towards people who are using DWM as their window manager, tiling window manager. But people who don't have that can also watch it and can take advantage of this particular playlist. So I hope you all like it, and let's jump right into the video.
You might see and say what this black screen is all about. So let me explain it. I have installed DWM on top of Arch Linux and no patches have been applied. I have also installed the D menu. If I open that up with Alt P or Mod P, and I have also installed, as you might have already guessed, the simple terminal. Let me open that up with Mod Shift Enter. Here it is. I have not applied patches on any of these things except that I have changed the font size of this symbol terminal, and so we will work our way from here. We have not used any desktop environment, so this playlist is focused towards using DWM plus Arch Linux for penetration testing, because DWM is a window manager and comparatively to any desktop environment it is very less resource consuming. Let me show you. Here it is. We are just using around 200 MB of RAM, 201. So what we are going to do, first of all, let me explain that we are not going to utilize this symbol terminal as our main terminal. Why? Because of the splits thing. We cannot. We can apply. We can utilize those split functions or splitting terminal within one single window. In this particular terminal, in this symbol terminal as well, utilizing the tmux thing, but in that we get some problems with, what do we say, that scrolling thing. So I'm not saying we cannot scroll in tmux. I'm saying that we'll have to use a key binding. If I am correct, that is something like control B and then square brackets, and then we'll have to use arrow keys to go up and down, so that's a little bit time consuming. So a very good alternative to that, as you might have already guessed, is Terminator. So we are going to use that instead of a simple terminal, but we are going to utilize simple terminal as well, and that will be shown in some future videos how we are going to use that. So without wasting any more time, let's just install that simple Terminator. Let me just look up if that is present or not, and it is available, so let's install it, and it is getting installed. So let's open up Terminator, and out of the box it should look like this for you and for everyone. So let me just close it for a second. Let us go to the configuration of DWM wherever you have it, and I have installed nvim as the editor, text editor. So I'm going to edit the config.dev.h. I'm going to look for term cmd. Here it is. So I'm going to copy this line and then paste it once again here. I'm going to comment this one, and in term cmd I'm going to change st to Terminator. So what that is going to do is, as you can see here, we have key bindings, mod key plus shift plus return spawns our terminal, which is in term cmd. So we have just changed that to Terminator, and now for the changes to take place, we'll have to copy the config.dev.h to config.h and also make clean install. And let me restart DWM. I have not applied that while loop for restarting DWM. So here we are, and let me now hit Mod Shift Enter, and we can see we have Terminator here. Let me increase the size. Now we are just going to tweak, do some changes. I am going to do some things. If you want to do it, you are very welcome to do so. I'm going to drag this white thing using pressing Alt and then dragging. So if you want to drag any particular window, you can drag that using this in DWM specifically. So let me go to the profile, and I'll use I-beam and let it blink. I'll disable this totally, and then I will disable control plus mouse wheel zoom, because when sometimes you are pressing control and you are trying to go up and down via the mouse wheel, but what actually happens is it changes the font size of the, I mean font size of whatever that is. And I'm going to remove the title bar as well. And if you go to background, we can see that we have option of transparent background, and we can control the opacity here. So for this to take effect, we'll have to download install a compositor. So if you want to do that, you can just do any compositor like PyCom or XComp manager or something like that. And I'm going to disable scroll bar. I mean scrolling would be enabled, it would not be disabled. But what is going to happen after when I choose disabled is this particular thing is going to vanish, for example. And I'm also going to take infinite scroll back, because that would help in a way. And I think that should be enough, so I'm going to close it. And then let me close this once again as well, open up, and the changes have been applied, as you can see. Let me increase the font size. Let me go to config now, or anywhere you want. And now what we are going to do is we are going to now install or get those repositories of BlackArch Linux, so as to get all the tools for penetration testing. So what you have to do is you can either wget or curl. The link is I remember blackarch.org / the file name was trap.ss. You can find this reference on the blackarch.org site as well. When you go to the downloads section of their website, you will see them telling you something about this. So let the output be trap.sh as well. Could not resolve dash, oh what, maybe something I did. Could not resolve blackarch.org. Sorry. Okay, BlackArch. What is the problem? Let me see if I'm connected to the internet or not. Ping IP. Okay, I might not be connected to the internet. Okay, just give me a second. That was an internet issue. Okay, let's ping it once again. Okay, now we are able to ping it. So now let's get it with the curl command here. I was not connected to the internet. Here we have strap.sh. We are going to give it executable permissions. Here it is. Now we are going to execute it with sudo privileges, with root privileges, and let us give it password. So it has started doing its thing. While it is doing it, let me explain you why we all prefer Terminator is because we are able to split it. Let me show you how we can do horizontal split and vertical split. If I press Ctrl Shift and E, you'll get a horizontal split, and Ctrl Shift and O to do a vertical split. Okay, it looks like things have been done. I will tell those things later. So looks like it has downloaded. I mean, we have gotten the repository for BlackArch. So let us synchronize to the upgrade and update. So it is doing that for us. Here we can see BlackArch, which means that we have the repositories here, and we have BlackArch keyring. So everything looks good. Let me remove this, and let me go back to home. Here I am at home. So what I was telling you was about that split thing. So if I do Ctrl Shift E, I'll get a horizontal split, O a vertical split. Now if I do Ctrl Shift W, I can close a terminal like this. All those terminals got closed. How this is different from the Mod Shift C that is used to close any window is that if I just open up another thing, if I do Mod Shift C now, it asks me to close multiple terminals. So what actually happens here is this whole thing is considered as a single window. So when I accept to close terminal, it will close all of it. But if I just want to close a particular for example particular terminal that I have opened here, I can just do that with Control W while the focus is there. Control Shift W, sorry. Let me open like this, and if I want to, for example, and yeah, I can move around in the terminal using, let me just, for example, ping something here. Let me do nmap. I don't might not be having here ip.c.a, something like that, so that we can distinguish. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to press alt and then use the key bindings, arrow keys, to move around. So you can see I'm here now, then here, so you can see colors changing as well, the brightness changing as well. So you can move with alt and arrow key here and there, and you can use Control Shift W to close those terminals, particular terminals. So that's how it works. And now that we have gotten the repository of BlackArch Linux, let's search for a particular package that might not be available in the base repository of Arch Linux. Sudo might not be required. Let's search for bubsuit maybe. Okay, so we can see that BlackArch being appended there against this package bubsuit. Let me give another example. Zap proxy, maybe Z-attack proxy. Here we can see that this is extra, this is community. These are the repositories, basic repositories of Arch Linux, and those that have those packages which have BlackArch before them are included within the repository of BlackArch Linux. So that's how it is. And you can now go ahead and for example, we have many tools here. You will find all of those and maybe more that you use here in the BlackArch repository. For example, let me search for GoBuster. So here it is, and you don't have to compile it, you will just have to download it or install it, and you'll get the binary directly. They might be having Nikto is everywhere, right? Nikto is in community as well. So that's that. And so I think this is it for this video. We have just customized our terminal. We have imported or downloaded Terminator as our main terminal, and then we have gotten the repositories of BlackArch Linux. So you can go ahead and fetch whatever tools you want. And there is particularly a problem with Java applications like bubsuit and Zap proxy that I will be covering in future videos. So make sure to be here to check those videos as well. So with that being said, I would say thank you for watching.